Is he okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought for sure I heard him cry, but I guess not. He was out. So, you still haven't said why you're here.
You shouldn't be here in my bedroom like this. What if RJ were home?
He's not.
You shouldn't even have come over at all, Bill.
Tell me I'm not losing you to Ridge and I'll leave.
You already lost me.
No, Brooke. If that were true, Ridge would be here.
I want to be with Ridge. I want my family back. And yes, he's a little disillusioned with me right now, but I'm going to change that. I have to.
Shouldn't you be out painting the town red with some eligible bachelor?
Eric, I thought you left for the day.
No. I had a few loose ends to tie up.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Have you had dinner?
No, I was just at Katie's.
Donna, the supportive sister.
Yeah. Although I'm not the only support system she has now. Ridge is on her side.
And not on Brooks? All right, so Ridge knows now about Brooke and Bill's involvement, right? Of the whole thing?
She told him everything.
That cannot have been easy for her. It has to have been pretty hard for him to hear, too.
Him learning about Bill and Brooke and Katie and what it did to the family.
Oh, God.
Of course, if Ridge hadn't stayed away as long as he had.
Yeah, all this heartache could have been avoided, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes actions have unintended consequences. But this much I know. If Brooke and Ridge don't end up together, it's only going to encourage Bill more, no matter how much Brooke pushes him away.
You're letting Ridge guilt you into something you don't even want.
Ridge is what I want. And RJ and my family. That's all I've ever wanted.
Even when you were with me?
Even though we were committed to each other, we were never really together. Not the way a couple in love should be. We had to fight our attraction for each other.
Because of Katie.
Because she was your wife and she was my sister. What we did was wrong,
I don't
Bill.
want to hear that
well,
again,
you're gonna
Brooke.
have to hear it. What we had put my family in jeopardy.
The Ridge put your family in jeopardy when he deserted you days after your
It
wedding.
has nothing to do with Ridge. It's me and all the scandals that I caused and the people that I hurt through the years over and over again.
Why do you feel the need to be a martyr?
Ridge walked out on me when he knew I lied about Deacon. And he walked out on me again tonight because he's not sure about me.
And where'd he go this time? Is Ridge coming back?
Brooke told me something tonight. I asked her why she and Bill were no longer together. And can I ask you something? Why didn't you tell me that he tried to trick you into signing papers so he could get the company on your son? Why didn't you tell me that? I can't believe what they put you through.
Thanks for ordering takeout. We should do this more often.
We should, actually. It's really nice for the two of us to catch up.
Yeah.
Without all our usual distractions.
I just wish I had better news.
How about Ridge and Brooke? Yeah.
And Katie, you know, she rarely lets her guard down, but when she does, I can tell how much pain she's still in.
I don't think Brooke started out to steal her sister's husband.
No, of course not, but how hard did she try to back away when she realized where it was heading?
I'm sure she's asked herself that question 1,000 times.
And you know what doesn't help? Bill. Bill doesn't accept that he's lost Brooke. I mean, now that Ridge is back, he sees it as even more of a challenge. One that he doesn't intend to lose.
Of course Ridge will be back.
Sure about that? He could be hopping a plane to Paris right now.
I'm not listening to this.
He's not a choir boy, Brooke. He hurt you terribly. And now you're letting him preach to you about your behavior?
He's not doing that.
Then what is he doing? I mean, look at yourself. The guy's got you taking responsibility for everything.
I am responsible. You weren't around then, Bill. You didn't see all the scandals, all the shame. Things that I caused.
I don't care about any of that.
Okay,
All I care about is you.
then let us go. Let me go. There's so much at stake here. Yes, I still love you. But my love for Ridge... We share a child. We have RJ, and he wants both of his parents at home. And so does Will. I have a chance here, right now, to do something right. And so do you.
This is right. You and I are right together.
No, it's not right to hurt the people that you love. You weren't there for Wyatt. You weren't there for Liam. And you're not going to be there for Will if you don't do something about it. This is a very pivotal time in his life, and you have to be there for him. We can do this. We can repair the damage that we caused. We can repair these relationships. Katie's lashing out. She's hurting. And in some ways, Ridge's return has only made her feel worse about me.
Why would Ridge's return do that? Unless...
Listen, despite everything that's happened,
He's always going to be Will's dad, I know.
and if something happens to me, then
You gotta stop saying that. You're gonna be around for a long, long time.
what happened between you and Brooke tonight?
I don't know. It's complicated. It is complicated, right? Your sister betrayed you. And you've always been so loyal to her when you were a kid. Now, you've had your share. I didn't have to make a list. You know what it is, and you survived all of it. And you're gonna survive this. It's a nice speech. I should write that down, send it to you. You can put it on your wall.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Wow, I can't tell you how long I've waited for someone to understand how I feel, to see this from my point of view. I mean, even people who are supposedly on my side, Donna and Hope, they always just end up telling me that I should forgive Brooke, that she was just following her heart and that she didn't mean to hurt anyone. I mean, everyone was just so ready to shrug this off. It made me think that I was wrong for feeling the way I do, that some days I felt like I was losing my mind. I'm really glad you're back. Anyway, I know that you probably blame Bill because you can't stand him.
I already know what you saw in the guy.
It's hard to explain. Has anyone ever looked at you and made you feel like you're the only person on earth? Like you're the only one who matters? For the first time in my life, I felt like somebody really could see me. And I would look into his eyes and I could tell that he believed that I was something special. And he made me believe that too. And that feeling is, it's intoxicating. It's addictive. But he hasn't looked at me like that in a long time. He looks at Brooke like that now. And no matter whether she meant to or not, she took that from me. You see, for the first time in her life, when you left, she was truly alone, and maybe she just didn't know what to do with herself. Did she target him? I don't know. It doesn't matter because he loves her. And she loved him. And maybe she still does. But I don't think he'll ever look at me that way again.
Katie's accused you of wanting Ridge and me, hasn't she? She thinks you're encouraging both of us. That's why you're sending me back to her.
I'm not sending you back to her. I'm asking you to think about what we've done to Katie. All the heartache that we've caused her and our families, including Will.
Will's too young to understand.
Children, no matter what age, pick up on things.
Children like RJ.
Yes, RJ. He was there. He walked in when we were having a conversation and he saw how stressed I was. I don't want that for him. I want RJ to grow up remembering his childhood as if it were a happy time. And I want that for Will, too. You and I can make sure it is.
We will make sure.
Yes, we will. By doing the right thing, not by making more mistakes.
You and I weren't a mistake, Brooke. But I do miss Will.
And Katie, too.
Even if Bill finally realizes that he has no chance with Brooke, why would Katie even take him back?
She certainly doesn't want to be a consolation prize, does she?
No. Unless, of course, he came crawling back on his hands and knees. But between you and me, if it weren't for Will and the chance to grow up in a household with two parents, I wish Bill would go away. And Katie could finally close this chapter of her life. Move on. Hopefully find a man who loves and adores her. The way that Bill never has.
Don't mind me. I'm sure it sounds like I'm just feeling sorry for myself.
It doesn't sound like that at all.
I have a lot to live for. I have my son, I'm financially secure, and apparently I have a friend who understands how I feel. Things could be worse. Things have been worse when I was going through my depression.
And I'm sorry about that, too.
My marriage suffered for it.
Pretty sure your marriage suffered because of Bill and Brooke.
I'm willing to take some responsibility.
You'll take some, I'll take some. Most of it is on Spencer.
I just don't want my boy to resent me because I wasn't able to keep his family together.
He will never resent you. Brooke crossed the line. And you're right, I came here because I wanted to put a family back together. If I do that now, if I end up with Brooke, then I'm saying that I'm okay with what they did. And I'm not. I can't.
You still love Katie. You said over and over that the two of you were finished, that there was no way. But that's how you did business. That's how you built an empire. Speaking in absolutes. Everything is black or white. But you know what? That's not how emotions work. Or relationships. You fell in love with me and just assumed there was no more room for Katie. But there is. Go back to your family, Bill. Give Will the life that he deserves. Give Katie the marriage that you promised her on your wedding day. I want my family. You want your family. And we can't be together and make that happen.
You're this determined to have Ridge back.
I am determined to heal our families.
And what if Ridge leaves you again? And what if Katie doesn't want me back?
Katie does. Katie loves you. Yes, she has some things that she has to get past, but she really wants both of the parents in the home for Will.
I can't forget us, Brooke.
I'm not suggesting that. You can save her every memory. And I will do the same.
Your bleeding heart in your hand. It's been there a while, you're just now noticing. I wish I could help you the way that you want me to. We all have our own bleeding heart. We all have our own bleeding heart.
You know what, Ridge? This shouldn't destroy two families. You should think about your son. If Brooke is truly sorry, then you should forgive her and give your son back his family. I know that means you'll have to deal with what Brooke has done, but you'll find a way because you always have. And your son is counting on you.
So I should take back Brooke and you take back Bill?
That's different. I'm not sure I want Bill back, and I'm certainly not sure he wants to come back. And Brooke has always been your destiny, right? Isn't that what you've always said? No matter who has ever come between you, you've always found your way back to each other. So why should this time be any different?
Feels different.
Don't let it be.
You don't mind this? You don't mind being alone?
I'm not alone. I have my son.
I know. You should have a man, someone to cherish you and take care of you.
Well, I'm pretty good at taking care of myself. Besides, love is overrated, right?
I think you're right. I think it is overrated. But I think you're pretty cool. And you will find love again, you will.